I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P, and a lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious, I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Man, I'm just working, man.
I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P, and a lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious, I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Yeah. Welcome back. Yeah. Oh, let me fix the sound. Y'all can't hear it. Oh, you know. Trip. Let's try it again. Good. All right. Newcomers, come on in. Newcomers, come on in. Sit down, don't touch nothing. That's what we do every Friday. Act like you've been here before. Welcome to the program. I'm back in town. Good to see y'all. Let's go live with Lamont King. Something like a podcast, the Friday version. All fun and games. Trending topics, hilarious commentary, celebrity guests, and interesting people. We got all rolled into one today. All right, I ain't gonna waste no time because my man is on standby. I know he got things to do. But before I do that, let me bring in my co-host, John Watson, our New York bureau chief, always on assignment. What's good with your fams?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm excited.
You're excited the story.
I want to hear the story. Happy Friday, everybody. First of all, let me not be rude. Happy Friday.
Yeah,
welcome in.
Welcome
get
in.
Your beverage. This sounds like this.
Get your beverage. And look, so look, I put the link in the chat. And now everybody all of a sudden want to join the show. All of a sudden.
Oh, come on.
Oh, okay.
Is that what happened? Okay. Oh, okay. We'll take it. Take it.
Of course, shout out to our longest running sponsor, Drunken Fruit. You can at Drunken Fruit or drunkenfruit.com. Spell it right. And the phone number, put the phone number up because I know y'all going to want to call.
Listen, excellent on the spot producing.
Yes.
Hey, Stag. Hey, let me holler at you real quick. Hey,
why don't you just come on over?
I like it. I'll take it all day.
All right, right about now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have been listening to the Karen Hunter Show, we had an awesome Foolishness Friday. Every topic, no topic was unturned. But the final topic, we took a left. Karen liked taking left turns. She don't like to admit it, but she's a left turner. She'll get you
great left.
She'll get you in the car and then throw your ass out of that joint on a curve. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know.
It was an amazing left turn. I like that. I took it.
All right, so let me bring my man in. Dante Nero, relationship expert, comedian, media professional, man of all trades, ex-stripper. I let him tell you. He got a lot going on. Welcome to the program, homeboy. What's good with you? Put you in the hot seat. You got to unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself.
Damn, I'm close.
There you go. We can hear you now.
There we go. Get around the clock. All right, now, yeah, you comfortable. What's good with you, man?
I'm good, brother. It's good to see you always.
Yeah, always. Pleasure, man. Hey, let me tell a couple stories before. Oh, I'm sorry. This is my man, John Watson, right here.
What up, John?
What's good with you?
Tell a couple tell a couple stories before we get into your story, because I don't know if I said this last time, but when I met you officially at the Karen Hunter show a couple years ago, real solid dude, gave me a ride to the bus stop, and I appreciate that, because New York City, I mean that's enough to somebody you don't know. Hey man, where you going? I'm going over here. All right, well I'll drop you. I'll run you. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to.
I know what it was. I know what it was when I had my car. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Years of not having a car, so I always do that. But what's funny is I'm a dude that does stuff like that, and I won't even remember.
So I didn't even have to tell you.
You didn't have to say it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
You didn't. It came out of the kindness of my heart.
Yeah.
Wasn't looking for nothing in return. So
No, that was some real shit. Just wanted to say that. All right, so
oh man, you really touched me, man. That time.
Yeah, right.
It's like
And I came up and I had your headshot from your dancing days, and you signed it, and I never.
Man, what's your name again?
Yeah, right.
no, I'm like, dog, good.
Yeah.
I'm good to meet you again.
You know, I always say that. I always go, good to see you again. Regardless, I just, hey, it's good to see you again. And people just
that's it. That's it. Or just be like, yeah, and just keep walking. That's how that goes. Yeah. All right, so we got a story. It was in the middle of a story. Karen had asked, what's the wildest thing that had happened from your days as an exotic dancer? I don't, what is it? First of all, what's the appropriate term? Was it stripper? Was it male exotic dancer?
Whatever. I mean, anybody that makes that distinction is a clown.
Oh, you was a 90s dude or 80s?
80s. I started stripping in the 80s. No, but I started in 89. 89 is when I first started.
They started that exotic dancer nonsense until like,
in the 90s, you couldn't do a party without having a male and a female stripper. That was the entertainment for the night. You had a male and a female stripper for every party.
You talking about at just a party? Regular
party, you would have a party where you was dancing and banging, whatever. They would have a stripper. I mean, I used to do. I mean, if you remember back, I don't know if you remember the Octagon. Octagon was like the hip hop. Would you talk about Funk Master Flex and Octagon?
You talking about in New York?
Yeah, New York, and any of the clubs at that time, there was a male and a female stripper. Red Parrot, Roseland.
Yeah, we ain't getting into that. We ain't had none of that.
Studio 54.
Roseland. Okay, I'm from New York. I'm later 90s. You know.
Yeah.
Like
Underground. Silver Shadow, Bentley's, Red Parrot.
What was the other one? Palladium.
All those stuff.
Tunnel. You ever been to the tunnel?
I've been to the tunnel. I've been to the tunnel.
The tunnel was actually the tunnel. Well, the underground was the underground was the Octagon was the tunnel before.
Okay.
So then I'm familiar. Okay.
Yeah.
Moments out in Queens.
Yeah, Moments. Or we knew it as Belvedere, or what was the other name of it? I don't remember. Right over by the bus depot you talking about?
Yeah.
Red's Cafe.
It was like a restaurant on top, basement on the
the pyramid.
Now, John, what's the one you used to dance at? What was that called?
Oh, okay.
Encore.
Yeah.
You remember the Encore was the one in Queens, big spot in Queens.
Okay, yeah.
And Trafalgar Square was like a big airplane hangar. Yeah. I did birthday party, Wendy Williams' birthday party with Uncle Luke at Trafalgar Square.
Wendy Williams. What did she look like back then? Because I feel like she looked a lot different.
She didn't have she didn't have the tits done and all the work done. Now she looked like a capital P. Okay. But she, I was supposed to strip for her birthday party, but she used to get so drunk that Kevin used to carry her out after every.
Wow. He would carry her out so he can come back and see the female strippers. That's what that was. That's all.
Well, he was into it then. He was into it then, but he was like her bounce. Kevin used to bounce, and she would get so drunk and tore up that he would have to carry her out during the radio days.
All right, so let's get to the second half of the story. So we got the first half, the Baker's dozen.
But see, in all fairness, the first half was pretty damn good, and not everybody might have heard it. And
do
we
that.
got time today. We kind of got time today.
But do you have time, Dante? Do you have time?
Yeah, we can do it real quick. I gotta bounce in a little bit, but I'll get it in. We'll
Okay,
do
go
the
ahead.
story.
Yeah.
All right. So I got a call from this chick. She wanted me to do a birthday party at the Kennedy Inn off of Kennedy Airport. Used to be called the Jade East Hotel. Was a suite. It was a birthday party. The girl was a fan of mine already. She had come to several shows, and she got me. Her girlfriend's got me. I kind of sensed that it might some freak shit might jump off because of the fact that it was a Sunday at 7 o'clock. Girls' night out.
Off
So
top.
I called up two of my partners at the time. At the time, it was Yum Yum and Georgie Porgy.
Okay.
They were two guys that I used to have a group. I had a group with 16 members in it. The name of the group was called Wet Seduction.
Oh,
everything about this is old school. You got Yum Yum,
Georgie Porgy.
The group name was Wet Seduction.
Right,
ladies and gentlemen.
And what we used to do is we would walk around with Western dusters, black Western dusters to the floor. And black hats, right? Kind of was, and then we had a dude who did the logo, and you did a logo, and then you did your particular character on the back of the jacket.
Oh, that's heavy. Y'all were committed.
Yeah. Well, it was just it was all the marketing and everything, right? So it was all my idea. Anyway, we get there. On the way there, I'm telling them the rules of orgy rules. There's threesome rules. There's orgy rules. I'll cover the orgy rules. Orgy rules is, especially if it's only 3 dudes and it's 13. It was 13 girls. Everybody has to get banged out. Everybody in
the
girl, the fat girl,
right. No discrimination.
Everybody get no discrimination.
Right.
No discrimination.
Everybody gets a
if
slice.
Only 3 of y'all.
Right.
3 dicks. There's 3 dicks. There's 13 vaginas. There's 26 titties. It's a lot.
You know
what I mean? Simple math. Everybody gets 4, and somebody takes the extra hit. Yeah.
Right. So every time you gotta keep
4 and
possible.
Don't fall in love. You gotta stick and move. Keep it going.
Right.
The reason being because of the fact that once the energy there's that sexual energy there, people are all involved. The minute somebody's left out, then they start coming to their set like, what am I doing? What is this? Right. So
the pussy dries up, the money dries up, all of that. Everything dries up.
Yeah, they try checking their watches, and they're like, I don't feel
so
this.
I go, we're driving there. I'm giving them the rule. Everybody gets fucked, not just the pretty ones. Everybody. I'm telling them. We get there. I get there. The girls, it's a double suite with a door in between the double suite.
Okay.
I said, well, she was like, y'all can change in there. We're gonna be in here. As I come out to set up the music, the box or the boom box or whatever, I come out and there's 13 girls and they're all in lingerie, full lingerie, crotchless panties, one-piece fishnet body suits, French maid outfits, everything, right?
What's the ratios looking like? You said 13 of them. So what's the ratios looking like? They dress the part, but are they looking the part?
Right.
It's about 2 9s.
Okay.
Let's just go with the bell curves. A lot of 6s and 5s. Right.
The median was 4, 5, and 6.
6s and 5s.
What we were looking for, the average grade was a C. The average grade was a C.
Right. But I mean, come on, it's 13. Who could complain?
Right. The odds were in your favor.
So I say, listen, I'm gonna go and change, but I got my boys here. If y'all tip them, they'll dance, and you could just make sure they make a few dollars. Boom, boom, boom. They're like, all right, cool. So I get them in the room. I was like, look, I'm gonna put your music on. I want you got to do your whole act. Don't just go in and pull your dick out, whatever. You got to do the whole act. So they go, yeah. They just yesing me to death. Yum Yum comes out. Yum Yum was always a breast man. He comes out. There's a girl in a full length fishnet bodysuit, crotchless, triple E titties. He does a half a turn 2 steps to the left, and then dives in the titties. Just straight in the titties. No routine, no nothing, right? I'm in the back, like, what is he doing? I told him to like.
So when you say do your whole show, that means there's a routine that we come with, and I need you to do everything in the routine.
Do your whole show, because the whole show is that's what primes the pipes.
Yeah.
So if this is a comedy show, he should have done his 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
but instead he went right to his last joke.
But we should have had the host. The host should have warmed them up.
Right. Okay.
Brought the middle up, and then I was going to headline.
Right.
Headline.
So he goes out, does 2 minutes up front, a minute and a half up front, dives in the titties. He's sucking on the titties, sucking on the titties, sucking on the titties. The music is playing. Now all of them are just watching her. They're kind of laughing, but they're kind of ashamed. He's going in. He got her titties out. He's sucking on the titties, right? I go, listen to my boy Georgie. I'm like, yo, you got to go out there. You got to do the whole show. You got to do the whole show. He goes, all right, I heard you. He gets out there. He sees the 9, 9.5, boom, beeline to her, bang, right?
Yeah.
She's jacking him off, whatever, whatever. It's now he's into that, right?
Yeah.
So I go, this is what is going on. I'm going like, what? I told you what to do, right?
I'm picturing like Dollar Bill. Except that you're actually one of the performers. Like, hey, it's money out there. What y'all doing? Messing up the money.
I'm gonna go more like Newt Rockney. You know what I mean? Like I'm panicking. So I come out, I do the whole show. I'm handstands, backflip, forward, rolling over, rolling this one, grab this one, titty, one finger pop that one, boom. I'm all over the place, right? Stay handstand, walk over, jump up, flip on this girl lap, climb over the top, dig in the face, lean over, grab the other one titty. I'm all over the place.
Okay.
Yum Yum is still sucking on the same girl titty.
The same titty. The same
titty.
Okay.
Georgie is with the dime. He's still with the dime.
Yeah.
Going down on the dime, right? I'm still flipping around like a maniac trying to keep it up. And I just like to say, I am an extraordinary man, but not 13.
Not 13.
Right?
Not 11.
Or at least 11. Or at least 11.
So the lights go out, right? I do my whole set. They heat it. I'm literally at one time, I've got this girl slid down in the chair, right? Because they're in a circle in the chair.
No.
I'm poking this one. I got a hand in this one. I got a hand with. I stand some girl and I'm eating this other chick out.
When you say
time,
poking, right? When you say poking, what do you?
I'm penetrating this chick.
Oh.
I slide her down.
Oh.
No, my dick is in one. My fingers is in the 2 next, and one is standing on the chair, and I'm eating her out. Right?
So, like, have you ever seen like Inspector Gadget when he says "Go Gadget arms" and all of them come out at the same time? That's what he was doing. Like, all the arms came out at the same time, and he was everywhere with it.
That's talent.
Or maybe you go to Pornhub and type in "reverse gangbang."
Okay. No, it's already open on the browser.
See, in the 80s, that's what that was called. Today it's called assault. But go ahead with it.
I look over at Yum Yum. He's going down on the girl with the big titties. Same one. The whole thing. I'm flipping around. It's my boy Georgie. He's with the dime. He's banging the dime. I got no help. I'm bouncing around, flipping around, turning, flipping, whatever. So literally is a pile of bodies in the movie floor. And I'm crawling over the bodies. Lights is out. If I run into somebody, I grab her, boop, 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 boop. I poke her, bing, 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 couple of strokes here and there. Somebody sit on my head. I'm just climbing over the bodies. I'm just whoever I grab. Georgie is still banging the dime.
Still with the same one. He's
Yum Yum is still on the one with the big titties, right?
Meanwhile, you over there like Kill Bill. But
I'm trying to
just killing everybody.
I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to keep these plates spinning.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
In the process, I probably stuck 11 of the 13. Now, no orgasms, no, whatever, but just.
But they can say they can say they rode the ride.
Yeah, they can say they had
right.
you. Yeah.
So, but I'm not getting no help from my mans and them, right? And I'm still working.
Yeah.
But one of the chicks, like one of the threes, is now the birthday girl was she was a biggin. She was,
Okay.
you know, she's about 250, right? And she's screaming. My stripper name was Mandingo. She's screaming, Mandingo, I know you in here. I can smell your cologne, right?
Oh.
I run into her. Boom, pokety poke, poke, poke. She like, oh yeah. I slide off her, go hit another one, right? She's like, where you going? Like, I'm still making the rounds. All of a sudden, one of the threes, the two of the threes, goes in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
The light comes on. I can see the light underneath the thing. She's in there. Another one of the fours or the threes goes in the light. Okay. I see them and I can hear them. No. You know, I didn't come here for this. Now, mind you, I fucked both of them.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I just didn't fuck them enough.
Oh,
so they thought, I didn't come here for this. Sure enough, eventually the lights come on. Boom, 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 boom. Everything goes to shit. So the whole thing is that everybody, but if I was getting help,
if you had help, if everybody did their numbers, if everybody did their numbers, it would have went smooth.
I did 11. I did 11 of the 13.
Yeah.
So
that's a high percentage.
Y'all was supposed to be playing zone instead of usually playing man on man. Everybody.
You 11 for 13 from the floor. These are Joel Embiid numbers. I mean, geez.
Georgie, he plowed the pretty one out. Sat on the couch. As soon as he sat on the couch, some other chick just jumped on him and started riding him. Like, as soon as he, boom, Yum, still with the same chick going down.
Yum was on Num. Yum had the Num.
Well,
that's what they call him.
Here's the funny thing. What happens is if you're not used, if you've never been in that situation, you know, porn stars will say that. You gotta, as soon as you get the opportunity, even if you get into a switchy thing, you gotta get in the pussy right away. Got it. Because you'll get distracted. Then mentally you watching somebody get it in, and then you not, and then you lose your erection, and then then you can't.
You gotta zone out. You gotta
you gotta be in the moment.
You gotta zero in.
The same thing is true with the girls. They gotta be in the moment. As soon as you give them time to think, what am I doing? What's the moral implications of this? That's when it falls apart. So as soon as the two girls, the two less attractive,
realize,
it was a wrap. Then,
but here's the thing: they realized after you had entered an
I smashed everybody in the bathroom. I had smashed.
They had a 3s and 4s meeting and realized that something wasn't right.
I didn't come here for this.
I didn't come here for 12 strokes.
No, the underlying thing was I didn't come. Therefore, this is not fair.
And I was like, me neither. So because it's not a thing where you know, like if you really trying to get a nut, you need to be focused. You know what I mean? And when you're talking about multiple bodies and different fields, and you're trying to keep the place, you're not really thinking about the orgasm. You're just trying to keep the plate spinning.
Now let's talk about money in this time frame, in this time period. Like, what does a night like that look like? Is that a prepayment situation?
Please tell me as a follow-up, please tell me that you did not give those dudes the cut that you were supposed to give them.
I didn't get them nothing. I mean, whatever. I didn't get them nothing. Okay. Like, they just hanging out with me is enough. Like, they would have never been in that situation any other time.
Okay.
But I will say that, like, so in order for me to do a private show, we're talking about maybe 91, maybe 250, right? But
to show up.
Yeah, just to do the show, to do the stage act. Mm-hmm. I personally never sold my body for any amount of money. And there's a reason for that.
You sold an experience.
Well, I had decided. So here's what I've seen. I've seen female strippers. So I used to manage this club in Brooklyn called the Cheetah Club, right? Mm. So I actually pimped for about 4 years, between 4 and 6 years, right? And the way I ended up pimping, it was a club called the Cheetah Club, And at the time when Rudy Giuliani, this all comes in historically, Rudy Giuliani was cleaning up New York. He had just became everybody's mayor, New York's mayor. He had just locked up all the mobsters at South Street Seaport on the RICO law, which all of those indictments ended up getting overturned because the RICO law was unconstitutional. Became New York's mayor, and that's when we started getting Disney on 42nd Street, and they started cleaning up 42nd Street and 8th Avenue and all the peep shows and stuff. He used to send Vice out to go to the strip clubs, and there were regulations. If they were all the way nude, if they were having sex, they would close them down. And the owner of the Cheetah Club was like, look, these girls keep turning tricks in the back of the club. So they would be giving you a lap dance, you give them a couple extra dollars, slide the panties inside, they turn a trick in the club. And he was like, yo, all the female, I knew all the female strippers because they used to come to our shows and we would go to their shows. And he was like, look, they respect you. Why don't you manage the club? I need you to stop them from fucking. So every day I would come in and be like, stop fucking in the club. Stop fucking in the club. But I am an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So I need so market.
Like, y'all want to fuck? Why don't we take it out of the club? And that's how I got into the pimp game, because I was managing them, and then
you saw it was more money on the other side.
Well, it just was like I couldn't stop them from fucking. They was hoes and they wanted to fuck and they was gonna get money, and I was like, well, we might as well make ends meet. So
I have one follow-up to the previous story, just because some sensories get embedded in the brain. So the sense of smell is the one thing I go to. What was the sense of smell like in that suite with the mixture of?
It's too much.
Was it baby oil and like low self-esteem?
It's too much going on for that for that to even be a thing. And to be honest, they knew what their point was, so everybody came all showered and rock and roll. A lot of baby oil, a lot of Oriental Noir, Muslim oil.
Now, last question.
Dracar Noir.
Last question, because I know you got to run. But you talked about beefing up. Like in a scenario like that where you got to go 11 for 13. Is that something you got to do to prep? You got to,
I kind of was like, I had my crew of guys. There was a lot of situations where we would end up with chicks at the show in the dressing room and stuff. So that kind of was always going on anyway. So just your familiarity with the fact that this could happen, you just what gets you is it's just like porn stars. They learn to do it on command, and they're not distracted because they've done it a lot.
Mind over matter. See, good. So this is before Cialis and Viagra.
Yeah, there was none of that.
Trades, you mental.
You might have had some Spanish fly or some Yohimbi.
Oh,
some Bill Cosby. Some Bill Cosby.
I don't know if you remember Yohimbi bark was an African bark.
Yeah, that was an African tree root joint. Yeah.
So,
all right. But there it is, y'all. Hey, man, I appreciate you coming, jumping on our situation, finishing the story.
Thanks for having me, dog.
Yeah, man. Social media, the Dante Nero, relationship expert, comedian, and man of all things. Say it again.
Man School 202.
Is Man School 202.
Man School 202.
That's his podcast. Yes, sir.
There it is. All right, sir. Till next time.
Easy.
Thanks, man. Yo, that's stories, man. Them the stories.
Hilarious.
Stories.
Now, look, so
the time has passed.
Somebody in the chat was like, "Did you get paid in tips?" I believe he got paid. They got paid just the tip.
They definitely got tipped.
Just the tip.
He was passing out tips left and right.
Hilarious. All right.
That's crazy.
All right, so we got some people
that's a 90s, 80s, 90s story for your ass right there.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't even know if people wanted to talk to him. Let me see. Who's Sharon? You wanted to talk to him, or you just wanted to say something? Okay, Sharon's gone. All right, Chris, you wanted to talk to him, or you wanted to say something? Okay. We had some people that took advantage of the link. They saw the link in the chat. They were like, I want to get on with the dude with the thing on this thing.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me remove
man.
Hey man, for our regulars, I didn't shout y'all out. The Peanut Gallery, also known as the nigga section. All right, the phone line is open. Somebody's calling. All right, who's this? Welcome to the program. What's good with you? Hey, turn the volume down. You're on live. It's a live show. Don't trip. What's up, Teron? What's up with you?
Hey man, what's going on, fellas?
Welcome back.
What's up, champ?
Yeah, I just want to say welcome back, Carter. That's all. You know what I mean?
Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I mean, how did the show go down in Atlanta?
Yeah, I'll tell you all about it. Thanks. I'll let you watch because I know you get easily distracted. I appreciate you. That's damn, he came on. Can y'all hear that?
No, I can't hear nothing.
All right, so Atlanta, right? So shout out there all the newcomers. Hey, before I tell this story, if you are here, hit the like button on the way out before you leave. Please hit the like button, subscribe.
Also hit the subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe button. We're here every Friday. We do a lot of different things. Some highbrow, some lowbrow, but all brows are welcome.
All brows matter.
All brows matter. Hit the like button and subscribe. And say hi in the chat. Say hi in the chat. Yeah. So Atlanta. Atlanta. We talked when we last talked.
Yes, you were prepared. You were preparing for your Atlanta run.
I was my Atlanta
weekend.
run.
You were doing some. What do you call them? Quick sets.
Short sets. Yeah.
Short sets.
Yeah. Short sets.
For Atlanta Comedy Festival.
Atlanta, it was a Red Clay Comedy Festival in Atlanta. First time on a plane. First time on stage in almost 2 years. And it was nothing short of amazing. It was amazing.
Okay.
And by amazing, I mean, okay to me. It was
okay. You mean it was just all right?
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, and by just all right, I mean,
could have had it or not. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? No. But truthfully, I believe if any one of you would have been there, you would have enjoyed it. You would have enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Okay.
So the first night, it was a small mainstream, what they call mainstream festival, whereas urban comedians, you probably wouldn't have seen an urban comedian.
Mainstream. Okay.
Yeah, white crowds, mixed white crowds in a mixed whites part of town, East Atlanta Village, a lot of little bars and all that. So the first show was actually at a comedy club downtown called the Laughing Skull. About 80 people in this small comedy club, like a theater. Maybe 78 were the whites.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was
you said 80 people and 70.
Yeah, about 70. It was two couples. No, 76. It was two couples, two black couples up front.
Did you include yourself?
No. It was actually two black couples up front.
Okay.
I gave them the show.
Okay.
I gave them the show.
The show was for them. Got it.
The show was for them. And that's what I do. I tend to do that.
Zero in and
I'll be like, oh, okay, we can. Yeah.
Kind of like what Dante was talking about. You can't focus on the whole.
You can't get them all.
You gotta deal with what's right in front of you.
You can't get them all.
Get them all. Yeah.
And so I did that, and it was a 10-minute set or whatever, and bing, bing, bang, bing. I was booked at two places on a flyer at the same time. So I had to, leave there and go to the next place. So there was this other lady comic from Minnesota. She's from Minnesota. She was like in her 50s. And so when I came in, I had the mask on. No one in the state of Georgia, maybe Jay Lee can attest to this, no one is wearing their mask.
Yeah.
No one. It's like this shit has never happened. No one. You hear the news stories.
Yeah.
But until you
see it for yourself.
No one is wearing their mask. So I come into the place, I'm wearing a mask. So everybody's all apologetic. Can I say this public service announcement? I don't care what you think or where you're at or how many shots you've taken. If someone is wearing their mask, leave them alone. They don't need your disclosure.
Oh, so they were sorry that they weren't wearing a mask. So they acknowledge the fact that they should be.
Yeah, no, not even. They want to let you know their status. Do not publish your status, ladies and gentlemen. We don't need that. Don't. So she's like, are you going to the other place? I was like, yeah. She said, can I ride with you? Now, normally, you have to step outside of yourself when you're on travel. You got to do things differently.
Yeah.
And because at home, I'm like, hell no, I don't know you.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, if you feel comfortable in the car with me. And she was like, "Oh, no, it's no problem. I'm fully vaccinated." I was like, "That's not what I asked you.
No.
I didn't ask you that.
Where your mask at?
Where your mask at?
That's
In
like
my car."
it's literally the same thing as a random sexual encounter. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, like, okay, but but I just got tested. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool,
but
fam.
We gonna still use these condoms though.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But
Glad to know.
But do you have the cure though? You got the shot.
I don't know what you.
I
don't know what you just did.
Yeah.
I don't know what you just did.
I know the test is good for 72 hours, but I don't know what happened between then. Okay,
right. Come on,
thanks.
Man. Yeah.
So then we go to the second spot. Now the second spot was 10 o'clock at night. It's outside under a tent, and 50 people in there. Maybe 30 are the whites, and they were the best crowd.
No,
outside.
Oh, the outside crowd, the whole crowd.
Outside crowd was because they was drinking and they was ready by the time I got over there, and then it was that
So they were warmed up. They were
warmed up in the cold.
They were okay, good.
And then Saturday night I did a show in a bagel place that was fully operational, selling bagels during the show.
During the show.
Yeah, during the show.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I stood in front of there's a beverage the beverage container, and that's where I stood in front of who
had the 37 with the locks and cream cheese?
Yes. That's exactly kind of. I wish I would have sent myself this picture so y'all could see it. But yeah.
Oh man, just to hear them calling out orders while you're doing your set would have been everything.
Poppy and sesame.
Women be shopping.
Yeah. Give it up for yourselves and your bagels. Yeah.
Right.
So that was that, man. It was cool. It was much needed.
That's
back
what's up. Get the wheels grinding and you know what I'm saying? Get yourself lubed up for the next joint. You know
for the next joint. I'll come to your city for the low price.
$250.
Haynes says, did you cover your TSA experience before you got on the plane? I didn't really have one. Things are running super smooth.
Yeah.
Super smooth.
It's like I gotta fly. I fly once a month.
It's going smoother than it was before, actually.
Very true.
That makes any sense.
Very true. The one place you will be in Atlanta, and I haven't even been to Atlanta, but the one place I know that you'll see people with masks on is in the airport.
Oh yeah. No question.
That's just, you know what I mean? That's not going away anytime soon. So like they don't play and on the plane, like they don't really mess around when it comes to that. And the traffic has gotten a lot more seamless as far as back into the flow of things, and you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't suspect you to have any crazy stories about the flying experience.
It was cool. It was and I met a lot of comedians that I'll probably never see again. So it was cool. Yeah. It was not because it was some newcomers, and it was some mostly newcomers or whatever. And there was some people. Here's the weird part. So where do you work? Because I say I'm from Maryland, right? It was old Baltimore. Because I don't say DC, right?
Right.
As soon as I say DC, they be like, "Do you know so and so?" No, I don't.
Right.
So I was like, after like 7 questions, I'm like, well, last couple of years before COVID, I was touring with Bruce. Conversation stops.
Okay.
It ends. And I hate doing that, but I know the conversation is going to end because here's a couple of things. If you're a newcomer and you're not on that level, you now find me intimidating. I'm not. But if you're not a newcomer and you know a few things, you now put me in a box.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you're a black comic.
Okay.
Or you're just a black comic.
Okay, got it. I didn't even think that was the box you were talking about.
That's how it is.
Like a more of an experience.
No. It's kind of like, oh, man, you stay over there because I know you probably say nigger every other word and talk about.
Oh, they had you in the Chitlin Network.
As big as Bruce is, in the comedy industry is so segregated. So it's like I don't even like throwing that one out there because it has that effect.
Wow.
It's like it's going to change. The moment I say it, it changes the conversation.
That's so funny because I feel like in a lot of aspects of different realms of employment, there's always that one thing that you can say that literally does that. Like in my world, there's a term I could use, and they'll go, "Oh, that's okay." you work that
I
market.
know
You
what
know what I
you
mean? Like,
mean. Yeah.
I'd be like, damn it, like actually no, like you know
Oh,
what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not even in your
yeah, you know what I mean? Like they go, okay,
Oh,
you
oh,
know,
you're that guy.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
fried chicken's over there, nigga. Sorry.
I'm in logistics and continuity.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh.
Would you like some shrimp cocktail?
Yeah. To go with your continuity.
Right. I
Yeah.
believe this market over here. Would you like some chicken and waffles? I'm like, damn it. I'm just
All right.
sorry.
Let's get to a couple stories. There's a couple things that happened this weekend. Last week, Astro World, the Disastro World thing, Travis Scott situation.
It seems like it's still a developing story. Like, how
No,
you like to say
I really don't like to give
no?
energy, but I think it is developing, and by
Okay.
developing, I mean worsening. But the it's getting worse and bad.
For you think for the producers of the show and the artists, or
Well,
just like
hopefully
as
for
a
the
story?
producers of the show, but there's a new conversation um, where I've heard on radio programs, like who are you supposed to sue? Who would you sue? And I thought that
Yo,
was an interesting question because there's one victim's family, who are suing. First of all, I didn't know you could sue this early. But they're suing, the Live Nation, Travis Scott, and Drake security. And then there are people who are saying, well, the artists, sure, you lump them in, but it's really the producers of the show who are culpable.
So have they gotten even to the point of origin of what started the whole?
Well, his
Like how
concerts
the
are
whole
chaotic.
situation.
They say concerts are concerts. That's what people are really in a trance, man. And when you go to those outdoor festivals, and if he say come over here, and you run to the stage, and then he runs to the other side of the stage, and he say come over here, and people rush the stage, and literally once that starts, there's no stopping that. So in that regard, maybe he's culpable. But if the concert producers have not put in place systems to prevent that, then they're responsible, I think.
But if there was in fact, like there was been said that somebody was rolling around there injecting people,
Then there's that.
so who's responsible for that? Like, I mean, you can't be. I mean, that ain't on the producers of the concert or the artist. That's a crazy person in the audience. You know what I mean?
So what do you do?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, how do you control that? Like, I mean, I guess you could blame security for not having a detector that detects needles and syringes.
What? How does that? What does that even look?
I mean, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how that works. Yeah, that's wild.
So then there's the whole conversation about demonic possession and his concerts taking on the look and feel of devil worship. So it's a big. You can go down that rabbit hole on YouTube if you want to. But there are people that were there who said it felt like they were at a concert in hell. Between the imagery and just the feeling, and just the just chaotic nature of it, and again the imagery, and the fire and the heat. So there's that piece. You got Travis Scott music listening age children. What do you
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you right now. I could almost bet
none of your
that
seeds.
my kids have no idea. They probably couldn't name 3 songs.
Wow.
Because I mentioned it to my son the other day, and he was like, "Oh, that's crazy."
Oh, geez.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're raising your compassion over there.
That's great. Like, like I was like, did you hear? Because like you'd have figured, because this is a couple days later now. So if you're a fan of said music, and so the goings on of something wild, like if something crazy happened at a Tribe Called Quest concert back in the day, like we'd have heard about it, like, oh, that's wild. I'd have been on the top of the story.
Yeah.
This is a couple days later, and when the access to information is immediate.
Yeah.
And I asked him a couple days later, and I was like, "Do you hear about the?" He was like, "Nah, what happened?" You know what I'm saying? So he's not. I don't think he's a fan. I just say that much. So
Haynes, our West Coast contributor, says if the festival went cheap on security, now that's a whole nother thing. Now, I was listening to the report of the police chief, and he was like, "We had 678 off-duty police officers, and then we had 550, active, police. And I was like, wow, they had 1,000 cops out there. I was like,
Here go an
they was
impression of
ready.
here go an impression of 625 of those off-duty police officers.
All right, let's hear it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's so, that's fucked up. And so then I was thinking, I was like, and then I heard, the next little factoid was like 50,000 people there.
Right. So what you doing with
that's not
607
enough.
people? Yeah.
That's not enough, fam.
It goes back to Dante in this suite. It's not enough people to manage all these,
You gotta do your numbers, man.
Gotta have better numbers. Gotta have better numbers.
All right, let's keep it moving. Oh, wait a minute. H. Verrett says my friend's daughter attended. Can you get her on the phone though? Can you bring her to the show?
Right.
That's not, that factoid does nothing if we can't.
Like, you see all kinds of videos. Like I saw a video of the police kind of right in front of the mosh pit. You know what I mean? Like I guess I think according to what the video said, who knows what the timeline actually was, but it was like they were over there just kind of like, kind of doing while like somewhere on the other side the whole melee was happening, but they were unaware of it because it was some, on the other side all the way over, where they, didn't have access to it or couldn't hear it or whatever. So it's like for something that big, and if you're saying 50,000 people and you have that's not even 10%. That's not, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
It's 1% actually. Alpha Mama in the chat, she's trying to start some shit. She says, don't be fooled, your kids talked about it at school.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Son, Travis Scott was 3-4 years ago. That's all he knew.
Okay.
So I got the news on in the car. He listening. He's like, oh, is that what happened? So I look over. I'm like, I know you know what the fuck happened. Don't play with me. That used to be your guy. I don't listen to him anymore. Oh, okay, now you don't listen to him anymore. He's like, I saw it on I saw something about it on TikTok, but I didn't think it was real. I was like, oh, okay, now this is not your guy. Now this is not your guy. Dress up as he used to buy his skins in Fortnite, and now it's not your guy. Okay.
That's so funny. It's like I'm so unaware. Like I would never be able to tell you that he would be able to. If you just told me Travis Scott gets 50,000 people at a concert, like on a nightly basis for a festival that's he headlines, I'd go, how? Like, what does he do?
Oh no, he's huge.
I got it, but like
he's yeah. Oh no,
yeah.
He's in the devil worshiping thing. He's a big guy.
Oh geez, really? Is that what he's going on?
That's just my opinion. That's a whole nother show. Oh. That's a whole nother show.
Is that how he got the Jenner girl? Because
I'm sure. That's my theory. Like that's how we even
he paid homage to Beelzebub. He's like, please,
everybody. She goes,
you get a Kardashian.
You get a Kardashian.
Yes, you bring
fire and weeds and plastic.
You shall impregnate her and give you all rewards.
You shall lay seed upon the Kardashian young.
Bring me your firstborn Kardashian child.
Easily. There's no way in the world. He came out of nowhere. And when I say nowhere, I'm talking about 6-7 years ago. See, I started in radio for those people watching me for the first time. I started in radio, so I know a little bit. You don't just come out of nowhere unless you have an entire situation set up already. And then when you show up, you don't go to the top unless your top situation is already set up. So just marinate on that. We'll talk about that at another time. But yeah, he came in and got the Kardashian and just immediately just to top you of all the wealth and fame of this world.
We will grant you all favor.
We will grant you all.
Which do you know? I don't even know which Jenner child.
I forget which one it was.
But he has children with one of them, right?
One of the two younger, the actual Jenners.
Right. So yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's the one that's the billionaire then, or the almost just the one.
Okay, I was just having this conversation with my old lady, and I said, whenever I say that he came out of nowhere, someone's going to say, I just had this conversation. Someone's going to say, but he produced for.
Yeah.
So K Spoon says he produced a little bit of Kanye music. Let me tell y'all my experience, and Tehran can vouch for this. In the music industry, we all in the studio. I walk by, y'all producing a beat. I said, hey man, you should add like a snare right there. I get a credit.
Credit.
I get a credit.
Uh-huh.
Not saying that he's not a good producer. What I'm saying is that doesn't mean anything that you produce for Tyga and Kanye and Kid Cudi and all that. Doesn't mean anything. If someone sets you up to be in the room for you to go to the top, your situation is already mapped out.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. Hey.
It's already mapped out.
All right, well.
All right. Let's keep moving. Here's a John Watson story, ladies and gentlemen. His favorite president currently.
Fellow, I was listening to the show, the Karen Hunter show. One of the 6 Scorpio presidents. The only sign y'all didn't mention. We have the most presidents.
Oh, let's see.
He's one of them.
I still got that up right here. Oh, where did that go?
One of them.
We
got 6.
Do y'all?
Yeah, we got the most.
Scorpio has the most?
Yes.
That's absurd.
Why? I
had that window. No, that's absurd that y'all have 6. I mean, like, why do you need 6?
We got 6, man.
Oh, I must have closed the window. Oh no, here we go. Here's the window right here. All right, let's see.
Coming in at number 1.
Oh yeah, you do. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You got John Adams. You got a lot of no names though.
We got Warren G.
Yeah, James Garfield. Yeah. Oh no, Warren G. Harding. Yes.
Yeah, Warren G. Fam.
Yes.
That's what they called him back then.
And Teddy Rose. Teddy Rose. Oh, y'all got some real even keel, mild mannered.
And Grandpa Joe
Buttons. Joe Bidens. Yeah, y'all got some regular even keel presidents under the Scorpio sign. I don't know what that means, but it means that I think it means that all of the Scorpio presidents were old already.
Yeah.
I want to say that that's what that means. Because your man. So here's your man today talking about the great Satchel Paige.
Adopted the attitude of the great Negro at the time pitcher in the Negro Leagues, went on to become a great pitcher in the pros, into the Major League Baseball after Jackie Robinson. His name was Satchel Paige.
His name is Satchel Paige.
You know, I've adopted the attitude of the great Negro at the time.
It was great. So he was a great Negro at the time.
Wait. Okay, I'm glad you stopped it right there.
Yeah,
right?
a great
I'm gonna go on defense for Grandpa real quick.
Okay.
You see where his hand is right there?
Okay.
That's the old man, quote unquote. He's doing the quote unquote, but nobody peeped it. I'm just saying.
Okay.
That's the old man. He can't get both up. You know what I mean? He's not going to do all this, but he said a great Negro at the time. And watch the hand go. The hand goes. That's the quote unquote.
So is it quote unquote great or quote unquote Negro? Which is what is he saying?
Quote unquote great Negro.
Quote unquote great Negro. Okay. All right. Let's watch it one more time.
Watch when he says it and watch the hand at the same time.
You know, I've adopted the attitude of the great Negro at the time pitcher in the Negro Leagues, went on to become a great pitcher in the pros, into the Major League Baseball after Jackie Robinson.
I get it. I get what you're saying. It was delayed, though.
I've adopted the.
It was right on time. It's just it was lazy.
No, but what I'm saying is he's telling you. I'm using the term that they
That
used.
was the term that was being used at the time, right?
Okay. You know what? I'll allow it. it.
Attitude of the great Negro at the time pitcher in the Negro League.
That's late. That's late, fam.
At the time.
No. I'm going to tell you.
It's late because he's old. Stop it.
It's late at night. And because he's old.
In other words, the words flew out, right? They flew out his mouth. He heard them go and was like, damn, I ain't do the quote unquote. And then he went,
No, but here's with a person of sound mind.
Sure.
You do the quotes first.
Yes.
Especially when you're an asshole, when you know that what you're about to say is going to inflame.
That's every bit of born in 1940s.
He was
right now.
Great Negro at the time. You know what I'm saying? You gotta,
That's not what happens when you 79, fam.
Oh,
he was a great Negro at the time.
A great pitcher in the pros, into the Major League Baseball after Jackie Robinson. His name was Satchel Paige.
So let's just look at him real quick. Is everybody okay with this? We're all okay with this? Can y'all see the little screen? He has a teleprompter screen like right in front of him, and he's completely off script. We're fine with this?
Hey,
if
man.
I'm China, I'm like, get these niggas now. I'd be like,
you think they wasn't saying that?
You
You think they wasn't saying that a couple years ago?
With Trump is they was like, we should get these niggas now. It's like how you? I can't even do a Chinese accent. We should get them now. we should get them now. That was with Trump. Now it's like, get these niggas now. Get them now. Because they not
right now.
They not
now. Get them right now.
They're not ratchet. They ratchet. All right. All right. Somebody called. Someone call him back because we have the technology. Thanks to you.
Oh, geez.
Let's see. They were on hold for quite a minute. Let's see if we can get him back. Larry
Grandpa
in
Joe,
Greensboro.
he need to give all his speeches at like 7:30 in the morning, fam.
Larry in Greensboro. You here with us? Larry in Greensboro. What's good with
what's
you?
happening?
Hey, what's up with you, Larry in Greensboro?
Yeah, I called. Yeah, you're right. I was on hold for a while because I called and you were talking about the Travis Scott concert.
Oh yeah.
And I just wanted to tell you, John.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Oh, really? That's wild. That's young adult, late teenager for. Yeah, I already know. I done heard about it. I done formed my own opinion, but I don't want to talk to you about it.
I'm late. Yeah. Okay. I'll take it. I accept everything you just said, sir.
Yeah.
That's code for listen on, man. Stay out my business.
Lamont, I'm just thinking about the only concert me and you went to together.
Okay.
And how the mob mentality took a piece of that night too.
I remember that vividly.
I don't know if Lamont told you about this, but this is high school. Lamont, were you in high? You weren't in high school yet.
I was not in high school yet.
Okay, but I was in high school. Me and my buddy.
I remember who it was. What do you mean? It
might have been Leon.
It wasn't no Leon.
But Leon, me, you, all with the high top fades.
Yes.
All thinking we was guys. Went to the Guy concert. Salt and Pepper was there. Maybe MC Hammer. It was one of those big Fresh Fests or whatever.
It was the Hammer joint.
The Detroit at Cobo.
It was the Hammer
Hall Arena.
Yeah, it was the Hammer joint with Kid and Play and all of that.
Yeah.
357. Yeah.
So yeah. So we get there, right? And there's a point where we're getting ready to leave. And I don't know. This is Detroit. Even if there was no gun or whatever, all you got to do is just say it, just to see, niggas act like niggas. And all of a sudden, everybody in the hallway just starts running.
True story.
Now the favorite go-to comedian joke is, "We gonna start running. You run.
Yeah.
Well, we figure out what it. This is truth in its most purest essence. You're gonna run. You're gonna figure out why you running after
the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we lost Lamont.
Oh.
This is where
now
the story.
This is my little brother.
This is where the story gets embellished.
He's not even in high school yet, and this is our first time getting. You get your little responsibility, and you take y'all don't act stupid out there. And I lost him.
This is weird.
So we searched it back through the thing that. This Bama sitting off of the cut talking to two girls chilling.
Well, that was true. That was true.
Because he looked like somebody from Guy, or was it because he looked?
I had the Kid and Play joint.
Guy or DeBarge? Was it Guy or DeBarge? DeBarge. We're looking for DeBarge.
That's higher than the next. Lamont was the highest.
Yeah.
So he looked more like Kid and Play.
Or Play.
Right. Kid, definitely not Play.
Not kidding. Yeah. But I remember that. Hey, thanks for your recollection. I appreciate you. Thanks for that. But you're right.
All right, holla.
Yeah. All the way from Greensboro. Larry from Greensboro. No, that's a true story. So it'll give you a little more, a little crisper recollection.
Mm-hmm.
So we were in Joe Louis Arena, which was before they built the Palace in Detroit. That's where the basketball arena was. So that's where all the concerts were. You know how any arena, the main level is a circle?
Yes.
This was the most magical thing I had experienced at a young age. So there was, gun. So he's running, right? And then you stop running. But what happened was it became a wave.
Okay.
So the run kept going. Then the run would come up behind you. You run again.
You start running again.
That went on. There's no gun. That went on at least 10 times.
And nobody exited. They just like ran and they
You
stopped
ran
running.
and then stopped to the wall. You get to the walls or whatever. I was in one of the, you know how in the arena on the first level, the suites have the little doorway.
Right.
I was in one of those, tucked off in one of those. But the run came around 10 times. But scientifically, I was a math nerd back then. We leave and I was like, hey, you realize that was the same run.
I'm about to say a question. So like, at what point did the masses realize like, hey, we've passed this?
It
passed door 112.
No. You ran. It's like the wave. It's like the wave. You ran and then stopped a little bit, but the people in front of you kept going. But the people saw them coming and kept running. And then they came around the other side and it was like, ooh.
So maybe it stopped once the first wave realized they've done a full 360 and was like, okay, this is bullshit. Nothing's happening.
At least 10 times.
Ain't no gun.
At least 10 times. People jumping over trash cans, all that shit. It was exciting. And I get it. Now I get it when you see these things happening. You like, I could see that.
Meanwhile, you found some women to rap to, was chilling over in the corner. I'll take it.
They came to rap to me. It was the hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had there's pictures.
Okay, young stunner.
There are pictures on the internet
of that situation, or just of the hair.
Of me that day with the hair.
Okay, got it.
And an acid wash, top and bottom denim type.
Acid wash.
Yeah. For the Kid and Play Hammer concert.
Oh, that's what it was. It was a Kid and Play Hammer concert.
Oh, it was the Hammer joint. Remember Hammer and
Hammer tour.
Heavy D and the boy. It was the big joint. Oaktown 357, Heavy D, Kid Play.
Was this your first concert? Like, was this your first big concert?
Second, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right. So a little extra truth. So there was a concert in Detroit. Trouble T. Roy. So Heavy D and the Boys. One of the boys, Trouble T. Roy. The song "When They Reminisce Over You" was written because Pete Rock's cousin, Trouble T. Roy.
Right, Trouble T. Roy was
so at a concert, they're rehearsing and playing on stage. He's on the speaker. Somebody throws a trash can. He jumps the trash can, misses the speaker, and falls down and dies. That was Detroit, Joe Louis Arena. So that week of shows, we went to the show before that.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay, and that's funny because I remember that. I mean, I remember of the story because what I mean? It was a big story because one of the dancers, one of the boys,
Joe Louis Arena. So shout out
that's
to
crazy. So Detroit killed Trouble T. Roy. Thanks, Detroit. Got it. Thanks.
All right, moving on. Last story. Let's see. Not the last story. Will Smith, man.
Yo.
Will
you got the book yet? You got the book yet?
No, I don't.
You go to one of the TED Talks? You go to one of the on becoming Will Smith tour?
Becoming Red Table TED Talks.
On Becoming.
That's the name of the book? What's the name of the book?
No, I'm just that was the Michelle Obama tour where
On Becoming Unsung Red Table Blue Pill TED Will Talk.
Independence.
Jeez.
Bad boy.
I know people are like, shut up already. Jeez. Okay, Sharon Lewis says, no, it was not. It was Market Square Arena in Indianapolis. You're going to make me go to the Googles.
Oh, boy.
Because.
Fact off.
Yeah, it's a fact off.
Fact off.
Where was. That's the way I remember it. Yeah. Where was Trouble T. Roy killed? Because that's the way I remember it at 13. Oh, I stand corrected.
Oh, she got you?
Yeah. Well, they went to Detroit right after or right before.
Yeah.
I know it was that same.
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. She's correct.
Yeah.
I stand correct.
It was that same week.
It was that same week. I will give you that.
The same week.
It's not going to be all the way wrong. That's impossible. It's not going to be all the way wrong. But yeah, the horseplay. The story is the same.
Yeah. All right. So Will Smith.
So it said he's died Sunday. The concert we went to was the Friday before.
Okay.
1990. Oh, jeez. So long ago.
All right. See?
Thank you,
Shake that
Sharon.
shame off Detroit. Shake that shame off Detroit.
Yeah,
Thanks,
there you go. Take everything you said
Thanks
back
a lot,
about
Minneapolis.
Indy killed him. The city of it ain't been right.
Indy.
They sent Mike Tyson to jail and they killed Trouble T.
Oh, wow.
Indy ain't been right since. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate it.
Even no good sense.
All right, Will Smith. So unpopular opinion. I really like his transparency, man. I like the vulnerability.
So what changed? Because I feel like this was not your stance.
No, my stance was
this was not your stance back in August, Alcina.
No, my stance was anti-Jada. I think Jada's doing too much. But Will, like, all right. So recently, if you haven't been paying attention, so Will's promoting his book, so he's talking. That's how it works.
So call that shit the purge.
Yeah, he's letting it all go. It's like a horrible bowel movement.
Letting everything fly, right?
He's letting everything fly. Everything must go. So his most recently, he said he was literally jealous of Tupac. So jealous of the man that he thought he was, that Tupac was, and to a sense that he thought he could never be that guy because of the relationship that they, Jada and Tupac had in his eyes, non-sexual relationship that he thought that they had. Newsflash, Tupacalypsed Jada. He Tupacalypsed her. So let's come on, Will, smarten up, Nas. But he said he was literally jealous to the point where if they're in the same industry, they're in the same circles and rooms, and he said he never had the heart to go up to him, and he said that's bothered him his whole time with her. Now, the reason why I gotta respect that,
okay,
is it oversharing? Sure. Is it TMI? Yes, definitely. But is this something that no man
every guy experiences at some point in life?
Some point, yes, that, but would never admit that. Never.
That's true, but I mean, in that vein,
shit ain't to be admitted.
But if this is what you're going for, so they have jumped into the world of sharing and oversharing, right? This is now the Smith household lane.
Yes.
Nothing is
off limits.
Off limits. You know what I'm saying? We're wide open, pulling the curtain all the way back. I'm gonna show y'all I ain't been working out in 2 years. Here go my
Hey,
stomach
look,
and
you want to see my stool?
I'm not eating, you know what I mean? Right here,
Look at my toilet bowl. I'm not eating right.
Right. My pee stream is weird now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What happens when you get 51? Look at my pee.
Yeah. Going to the proctologist's office and I wanted to share with y'all. It's like everything, and I think yes, we can absolutely blame the table. That table came into the house.
That's the point of origin, is the red table.
That is the point of origin. It came in like any horror movie when that mysterious item comes,
just appears,
and it comes in that box and it just has the name of the recipient, but there's no sender on it. And they go, "Oh, this is crazy. We can put this in the living room. I wonder who it's from." And then all of a sudden, weird stuff starts happening around the house.
Yes,
that red table is you can't. I tell you what, they can put that red table on the curb tomorrow. It'll be back in that living room the next day. Like, how did the table come back? I thought we put it outside. And
that's some real shit.
Back inside.
That's real shit. In the beginning, it was like on some jokey joke shit.
Yeah.
Remember when they had it delivered? It was a red table.
Yeah. Now it's like, guess
that's a whole. That's a whole movie. That's a movie. You see them blowtorching the shit and cutting it up. Right. I hate you, table. And then the next day,
exactly. The table is pristine and clean, right back
in the kitchen. How did you get back in?
How did you get back in your house? I'm telling you, man. It's the red table. It's the red table.
And I get what she's doing. I mean, she's an abuser.
Oh,
she's an abuser.
Okay.
So,
mental
classic.
Mental abuser.
Sure. That's the worst kind. That's the worst kind. So we get that from her, but him, people saying he's soft, he's a gump.
You're saying he's the victim? He's the
So Dante Nero, we talked about this earlier. He made a good point. He was like, we tell women abuse victims all the time, just go. Don't who would stay there and take that?
Right.
And he looks at him the same way. Because I thought it was pretty noble that he can be that vulnerable and lay his pain out. And I people say they're dysfunctional. I think they're high functioning because they found a way to coexist. Like he said something in this last interview with Oprah, I think it was, and he was talking about most people look at your partner in a relationship as one of your possessions.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, we've transcended that. I don't own you. You don't belong to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's heavy. That's deep. Like, who could even reach that level of understanding other than two people that are on the same page? To us, because we don't operate like that, we look like, oh, y'all crazy.
Right.
I'm like, they're highly functioning within this system that looks weird to us.
So what you're saying is that they've reached nirvana. Relationship nirvana.
Apparently. On different levels with different people. They reach all kinds of nirvana. There's Hervana, Hisvana.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, Nirvana was at the crib last week.
They was at the crib last week. How did y'all get back in here? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know. What's that time? They've been together for almost 30 years? Something like that?
Yeah.
25 years, 30 years, something like that, close to that. I don't know, man. I mean, I guess it's like, I remember hearing an interview where they both kind of said, look, it's either, we here. It's like divorce is not an option. So let's figure out plan C. You know what I'm saying? Because, we not going nowhere, blah, blah, blah. And they're in that machine that they've developed. Some of me thinks that their machine has always existed, that we're just now getting full exposure to it.
Yeah, that's what.
And there were cracks in it. There's like back in the day when sharing wasn't cool, right? 2000s, let's say earlier than 2015, when oversharing wasn't a thing. You didn't want to know the insides and outs of celebrity lives or people's, you know what I'm saying, because they had to maintain whatever so they keep their box office right or keep the gigs going and blah, blah, blah. So you didn't allow the inner workings of the household to get out. And when that dynamic changed socially, as far as media was concerned, and everybody opened their lives up to Instagram and all that other stuff, it's like, oversharing, or what we consider oversharing, you know what I'm saying, because we came up in a different era, has become the norm. So like the more you share and the more people can say, oh yeah, I relate to that piece over there.
Right.
I relate to that little piece right there.
Right.
You're drawing in so because he wasn't even on Instagram. He ain't been on Instagram for 5 years.
No way.
Right.
No way.
As soon as he got on, it was this mass sharing. I heard about this Instagram thing. Let me jump on it. I heard about it like he didn't know it existed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then immediately
Joe Biden. I heard about it.
Yeah.
I heard about it, quote unquote. And like all of a sudden he got on there and it's like, I never knew all this stuff about Will Smith. I never knew what the inside of the house looked like. I didn't know he had a studio in his garage where he plays around and does stuff.
That's
and
a drug in and of itself, for the
like,
person sharing. The person sharing it becomes a drug.
Because, and again, it replaces he was Mr. Independence Day. Like, for a couple of years, he would drop whatever his joint was, he would drop it on Independence Day week or weekend. That was his box office weekend for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Right? When that went away, like, what's the new, I need the new, So Instagram fill that voice. Oh, they love me over here. Why not?
Yeah.
They love me sharing over here. I'm getting the same type of audience.
Yeah.
Off a 15-minute clip.
I can't even get these likes in the house. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Hey, man.
Oh, jeez.
All right, here we go. All right, last story. So your man, and the nominees are. Oh, I wish I had the film roll. The nominees are the best actor in a current movie or film or real life.
Okay.
Your man.
This dude here.
Yeah, this guy here.
He about to win Golden Globes.
Oh man, he's getting
Emmys, daytime Emmys.
Wait a minute.
Shut your bitch ass up.
All right, so I don't know if y'all saw this. That's a little meme, Tony Baker meme. Shout out to Tony Baker, the homie. But anyway, so your man Kyle Rittenouse took the stand this week, and in celebration of his white privilege, I guess his attorney team told him to, hey man, you better, show remorse or whatever, even though you're on video doing what you did and all that.
They was in the back room fluffing him. They put some rocks in his shoes. They're like, hey, anytime you just step down on this pressure and get your eyes a whoop up.
But if you didn't get a chance to watch the trial this week and you didn't see this, you missed amazing television. This is the worst display. If there are any white people watching right now, and if you know any, call them. If there's any white people, this is the worst display of whiteness I've seen in a long time. I mean, disgust, like awful, bad acting, privilege, entitlement. Like I really fuck the justice system. I want to smack you for even attempting to pull this off. And worse, it's going to work. It's already working. Like
you know what? His acting aside, and not to interrupt you, but it's him. But then it's the judge.
It's the judge.
So it's the judge. Like that's what's really going to get him through. It's not even his acting. It's the judge. The judge is like not having any of it.
Have you ever cried? Let's if I could pause it. Hold on. Can you pause it? Have you ever been in mid gut-wrenching cry and just can you see me?
Right.
Like what?
You guys getting this?
Are you
getting this?
I mean it. I do mean it. Like what? And it's so disgusting because they are among us. This is I'm stereotyping and I'm generalizing. This is like that's a white people thing. It's what they do at work. I deal with a child population. I've shared stories on many occasions. They literally teach their kids to do this.
Yeah. Does it make it tenfold worse that this was not necessarily, for all intents and purposes, this was not a race crime as far as like this was not a hate crime in regards of I shot somebody, I saw a black person coming, because he shot white folks or non-black people, right? So for this to have occurred, and for all intents and purposes was, let's just say, a normal murder or killing, you know what I'm saying, that had no at least racial undertones to it,
right?
And for him still, they was like, you know what? But them jokers that he killed shouldn't have been out there for while they was out here. Yeah. So therefore, we gonna get you up. Like, because normally a regular murder is like, hey man, you shot somebody in the middle of the street and you weren't even supposed to be there. We saw it. You going to prison. You know what I mean? Like, it's not what a race thing. You had a gun in the middle of the street in a town that you didn't belong to, and you're not even old enough to have a weapon. You're going to prison.
The self-defense thing is supposed to trump all of those factors. It's supposed to. The fact you got in the car. And
that's what I'm saying. Right.
It's supposed if someone's coming at you and you feel like your life is in danger, the self-defense argument is really supposed to trump.
Right.
But
all the pretext to why he was there, you know what I'm saying? Like, takes it all out of whack.
Okay, I see Rachel. All right, so Rachel, if you could, you can jump on in either phone or in oh shit. Or volume. I just want to know, do white people raise their kids like this? Because at work, I have like some 8-year-olds, some 10-year-olds, some 12-year-old white kids who really, when they think they've disappointed you, when they think they're about to get caught doing something crazy, or when they do something crazy and they know this shit is wrong, they'll go in the corner and practice crying.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, yo, I'll come up in my head. I'm like, yo, what's wrong? But in my head, I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like I had this one girl. I told y'all this before. I had the video on my phone. I had to delete it because my moral conscious compass. She was 8, and I was secretly taping her from the side.
Okay.
It was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it.
By the power of Grayskull,
trying to conjure it up. She was like, and then when her parents came to pick her up, this summer camp, parents came to pick her up. I was like, hey, she threw the other camper's lunch on the ground and stomped on it unprovoked. So I just wanted to let you know. And then the parents like, did you do that? She's like, they were talking about me. And I was like, well, actually, they weren't. She was talking about them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, is this a thing?
Training 101. It happens listen, man, it happens at the house. They either seen it at the house or it's worked on the parents. You know what I mean? So they know it's a viable means to an end. So they take it outside the house because they think it's gonna work, with everybody else.
Yeah.
Because that
Nola,
wasn't the first time she did that.
Nola says it's hate crime adjacent is what it is.
Yeah.
Because they were out there. So although they weren't black, they were out there for
Right.
a
They were
black
out
cause.
there championing for the cause. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well,
That's why you're getting that sympathy. And that's why, it's but we'll see. We'll see. I
yeah.
think there were some other infractions that he's up for. I think that may have a little bit more weight
They're
to
gonna
them.
get him. They're gonna get him on.
Like on the weapons charges and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're gonna get on little like technical charges,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna get the least time for those charges.
Mm-hmm.
And but like murder and mayhem and all that.
I don't think they probably not gonna get him for
He
those.
ain't getting none of that.
Nah, he ain't getting none of that.
Yeah, he's come on. And
he was kicking me.
And there are people who looking at it and like, oh, he was so hurt.
That's what it is.
There's people that buy it. That's the people I have problems with.
That's what it is. The one person that survived.
Yeah, he was up there.
I think those charges.
Oh yeah,
because he's there to tell a story. So it's like, hey man,
yeah,
you shot me, fam. I ain't had nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? You still shot me.
You did shoot me though, fam.
Right. You shot out willy-nilly and it hit me, fam.
That man tell no tales. So
right. That one I think he's gonna get the time.
Yeah, you gotta eat these charges for this
dude. Yeah.
Attempted murder on.
Right.
Remember the dude, Jordan something in Atlanta when the white guy, they was at 7-Eleven and the guys turn your music down. They was like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Got the truck up.
Yeah.
Killed one, shot like 3.
Mm-hmm.
He got his time, not for the murder. He got his time for the attempt on the other 3.
Uh-huh.
Stupid. This whole place is
crazy,
dumb.
Man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right. Well, there goes that. That's in there. We're well over time, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, man, if this is your first time joining us, we appreciate you coming through. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is what we do, All Fun and Games on Friday. So this is something like a podcast. You got celebrity guests. You got interesting people. You got trending topics and hilarious commentary right here on the channel. So make sure.
This is a live show.
This is a live show. Different than anything you would experience anywhere else. And like Kevin Samuels, you watch Kevin Samuels, you can't even comment because he blocks your comments. You know what I'm saying? We're a free and open show here.
Unless you say something.
Unless you say some dumb
really
shit.
Stupid.
Like there was somebody earlier.
I saw. I saw.
I went while y'all was talking. I went.
I was like, okay, I know he's gonna get him. Right. I know he's gonna get him.
Block, remove.
We're not first time. Okay, you relax.
Not doing that. All right. So follow us on Instagram, LGL_all fun and games. On behalf of everybody who made the show possible, we appreciate y'all.
Good looking out, Dante, for jumping in on
Dante Nero, our guest today. Our caller, Larry.
If you came in late, go back and watch the first 25-30 minutes of the show.
Yeah, the replay value is going
to be outstanding. Yeah. That was an impromptu interview with great stories from Dante Nero. So
yeah, absolutely. I'm reading the chat. So if anybody has any unreadiness, or anything worth talking about, let's see. Amber, what's she talking about? All right, y'all. That's it.
Wait a minute.
Back from
How long were you in Atlanta for?
Yeah.
Wait a second.
One cough too long. All right. So Honorable Hudson, our New York Bureau Chief. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Always on the story. All right, everybody else. I think that's it. I'll see y'all next time. Call after hours, leave a voice message. Might play it on the show. Here's the number. And I think that's it. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe, y'all. Have fun. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening to me on the Karen Hunter Show. And thank y'all for tuning in to Let's Go Live and All Fun and Games. Appreciate y'all. See y'all in a minute, man.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad efficient.